Man, Marvel's killing it this year. What's up, guys? This is GamerNinjaX's, and I've been meaning to make this video for a while now. Um, just this year's thoughts on Marvel. Because my favorite character ever is Spider-Man. Like of all time, of anything, he's been my favorite character since I was about 5. So, and I was into comic books for a while, probably 2008 through 2010, even 2011, I think. And then I just kind of stopped. And for some reason, like when the Amazing Spider-Man was getting into like the Spider Island storyline, that's where I stopped. So, oh yeah, by the way, if you're like new to this comic book stuff, then don't watch this video because I'm just gonna ramble about a bunch of crap that's happening right now in the Marvel comic universe. So don't watch it for potential spoilers or just the lack of understanding. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of stopped around there, and then a bunch of shit happened. Like, I guess Doc Ock became Spider-Man. He like put his brain in his body and became Superior Spider-Man. And when I first heard about that, I was like, that's dumb. But now I'm actually really interested in it because that's actually a really interesting concept. Um, but after like 2011 or 2012 or whenever I stopped reading comic books, I kind of regret it because a lot of good stuff happened. But I feel like I chose the best year, aka late 2014 and this year, to start getting back into comic books. Because a lot of good things are happening with Marvel right now. First off, I got back into Spider-Man like basically right when Spider-Verse happened. If you don't know what Spider-Verse is, just a bunch of Spider-Man needed to stop one particular threat, and there it was like a cross-dimensional like fest of like just pure just just pure like Spider-Man references, so many different unique characters, and it was a lot of fun. Um, and that was the note in which I came back to the Spider-Man series. And then I started following Daredevil because the new show was coming out, and I always liked the character, even though I didn't really know his like series. Like so, I just started following him. I've been following the Mark Waid stuff, which is cool because it's not like the Dark Daredevil that people know. It's more like the '60s one where he's he's lighthearted and all the characters are like lighthearted, but and of course the art style is completely like old comic book style, which is awesome in my opinion. But even though the things do ramp up in that Daredevil story, it is pretty lighthearted compared to some of the other stuff that's been in Daredevil since Frank Miller. So yeah, that's pretty good. And the Amazing Spider-Man got pretty good. I liked it. I love Spider-Verse, even though I do have some problems with it. I'll talk about that later, though. Um, and I've also been following. Well, I read a couple of Superior Iron Man. That's awesome. Um, that's all I can say. That's really awesome. And then Secret Wars happened. And if you don't know what that is, it's a sort of sequel to like the 90s or 80s one. You know, the one where Spider-Man gets his black suit, except this time, okay, spoiler warning if you don't want to know. Um, Doctor Doom took over Asgard. And if you don't know what Asgard is, um, that's like Thor's homeworld and like basically the god level world of the Marvel universe. And he took it over, and he's the king, and he destroyed he destroyed the multiverse, which is crazy if you know what that is, and made like pieces, like a patchwork like planet of like these different universes together into one thing called Battle World. So yeah, it's crazy and it's a lot of fun and a lot of people die, um were which, should worry some people, even though I'm just like, yeah, this happens in comic books all the time. Just look at I forgot what's called. The thing that happened in DC a while back, like a while back. Crisis on Infinite Earths. It's like that. Like a lot of the people die so that they can create a new universe. But what's cool about the Secret Wars story is that a bunch of like spin-offs are coming out of this whole battle world. Um, a couple of the spin-offs I've been reading are Spider-Verse, of course, which is pretty fun. Secret Wars 2099, which is cool. This is my first foray into 2099. And I'm about to read Civil War, hopefully. That's coming out this month. And freaking The Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. If you guys don't know, a pretty infamous comic book event happened called, I think it was called Brand New Day, where Spider-Man had to break up with Mary Jane because his aunt was dying. So um, he made a deal with the devil, or Mephiles, I think, and so that in terms of his Aunt May living, Mary Jane would Mary Jane and like the relationship would just end. So that got a lot of people mad. Like that got a lot of people to stop reading Spider-Man, which I mean I can see why. Sorry, I can see why that's like a bad thing because like it kind of like halted his like progression as a character, and that makes sense. But because of this whole Secret Wars thing, and because you don't have to explain anything in comic books because it's multiverse, he's back with Mary Jane and he has a daughter. And the story so far, as I've read, sorry, hang on, I need to do that. The story so far, in this awesome patchwork, I don't know, country, I guess? I don't know. This part of multiverse, Battle World, um, is really well done so far. Um, the Renew Your Vows thing is like perfect for his character. Everything that happens in the first issue is perfect for his character, and it shows that Dan Slott really knows how to write Spider-Man, which I was really impressed by it. A little quick thing I forgot to mention, is that this year, the new Spider-Man movies were announced, um, which is a cross deal between Marvel Studios and Sony, which I am very cautiously excited for because like the new actor was just announced. His name is Tom Holland. He looks pretty cool. Looks like my friend Ronan, and he um and it's cool because Spider-Man finally gets to be in the main cinematic universe, which is really cool. And I've been waiting for this announcement since late last year, and it made me really happy. Okay, so just yesterday night, like, well, today, like early morning, like 12. I stayed up a lot, this morning because um, a bunch of crap was announced just yesterday. Well, I don't know if it was just yesterday or they've been announcing it, but it was the first time I've heard. Um, just a bunch of new series because after Secret Wars, um, Marvel announced this new Marvel universe for the comic books, and that's awesome. Which is another reason why I think it's my perfect time to get into comic books because it's all starting over, basically. So a bunch of new rebooted titles were announced. Well, kind of rebooted, like continuations of like the earlier titles. Daredevil's back to dark and brooding, and it looks like he has like an apprentice. I don't know who it is. It's like a girl with a stick. She looks really cool, but the cover art seemed like it was back to like the dark Frank Miller style, which I'm down. Um, and let's see what else. Carnage is back in his own series because after Axis, if you know what that is, Carnage had his own miniseries, so he's gonna have his own full-fledged series now, which is great because I like the character, and yeah, I'm gonna follow that. Miles Morales, if you don't know what that is, African American Spider-Man, from Ultimate Universe. He is in the same universe as the other Spider-Man, which is awesome. And what else? Agent Venom, he is doing space shit, which if you don't know, he was in the Guardians of the Galaxies, but yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. He he was a member of that, and I guess in this he's like a lone wolf now, which is cool. And what else? The X-Men are back, which is great. Old Man Logan, that's awesome. And I think the one that's most exciting for me is the new Amazing Spider-Man series. The Renew Your Vows stuff. Oh yeah, that's canon now. Because if you like see a picture that Marvel recently released of the Alex Ross artwork, which looks awesome by the way. You can see like Spider-Man swinging through the city, and like there's this little vision of Peter with Mary Jane, which is awesome. Like I really can't wait for that. I'm really glad that's the main universe. It's a really smart. I'm really glad that's in the main canon. That's really smart because a lot of people were bummed out by that, by him not being with MJ anymore. So it's a really nice business decision that only comic books can do. Um, so and in that one picture, you can see Spider-Man Noir. So that left an impression that the people from the Spider-Verse storyline of Secret Wars are going to be in the same universe as the main like Spider-Man, everyone else universe, which is fantastic. I really can't wait to see where they go with it. So yeah, that was just my thoughts on Marvel. They're doing a really good job this year. I enjoyed the movies this year. Avengers: Age of Ultron is a little bit underrated compared to the first one. I actually preferred it over the first one. And I'm still gonna see Ant-Man this year, and I'm glad I'm back into comic books, and it's just been a lot of fun. Um, just like as a Spider-Man fan, it's been, as you can see by the posters, everything. But yeah, it's just been a really fun time. I'm glad I got back into this whole Marvel deal because it's been really exciting. So yeah, see you guys later. Sorry I didn't post this discussion when I said, but I felt like this was the best time of any to post it because it's like in the middle of the year. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you want. Like and subscribe, man. But yeah, see you later.